Hello everyone, I really happy to invite to my next video. This is A. Pradap, Assistant Professor of English, St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Kadalur. In this video, we are going to see a famous prose, Characterless Destiny, written by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. Let me see about Radhakrishnan. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan was a scholar, statesman and philosopher. He was born on 5th September and his birthday is observed as Teacher's Day to honor him. He had his early education in Trithani and higher education in Madras Christian College, Chennai. He served as a professor of philosophy in various universities. He was the first Indian scholar to teach at the prestigious Oxford University, where hitherto Indians had gone only as students. He was the Vice Chancellor of the Andhra University and Benares Hindu University. He became the first Vice President of India in 1952. He became the President of India in 1962. The highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, was conferred on him in 1954. He has written many works and was appreciated by all over the world. Let me see briefly the famous prose, Characterless Destiny. Everybody believes that philosophy should serve man and it should not be merely an academic exercise. Here Dr. Radhakrishnan's philosophy gave India during the colonial era a sense of confidence in her ancient wisdom and insight into reality. That knowledge gave intellectual support for foregoing the weapon of freedom struggle. He says that non-violence comes from freedom and equanimity. Like Gandhi, Dr. Radhakrishnan also believes that the truth is action is non-violence or ahimsa, which is the right way of love and compassion leading to salvation. He asserts that the private appropriation of property, domination, exploitation and violence are based on the instincts of distress and aggrandizement. These instincts are the root causes of violence. Ahimsa cuts at the root of violence. It corrects man's perverse behavior and brings out a peaceful revolution with equanimity, justice with compassion and unity with diversity. Dr. Radhakrishnan's doctrine of eternal religion provided us with the philosophic basis for the national movement for freedom during the colonial era and also with a philosophical tenet for argumenting independent national progress during the freedom era. Dr. Radhakrishnan interprets the thoughts of ancient and modern Indian thinkers, giving it a social and humanist orientation. Secularism, equality, justice, and unity of mankind, these ideas are integrated with the ideas of freedom and national progress. The prolific writer stood always for eliminating the root causes of revolution in a democratic and peaceful manner. He observes the economic misery leads not only to poverty but also to the degradation of the spirit. He says that violence begets violence and leads to killing of human beings. Absolutist government, corrupt church, disparities and other causes of revolution make people impatient for a change. The true remedy lies in true non-violent change and planning for such a change. Of all the ideas upheld by Dr. Radhakrishnan, this idea was the most potent in his time. Dr. Radhakrishnan is the true bridge between the tradition and modernity, who stood for both ancient and contemporary thinking at the same time. He formulated his views on all major problems of life in the great transitional period of history and impressed persons from all walks of life in his age. According to him, history can serve as a strong force for international cooperation. It must be used to develop an understanding of cultures of the other nations of the world. On the issue of the East versus the West, he says that the East and the West are relative terms. On religion, he emphatically asserts that religion is direct encounter with the supreme reality and insight into the mystery of things, into the meaning of existence. On problems facing us today, Dr. Radhakrishnan says that with insight, our duty is not to escape from time, but to establish superiority over the tyranny of time. It is the concept of redeeming the world by persons whose hearts are emancipated by love. Universal redemption or Sarvamukti has been the consistent theme of Hindu and Buddhist religious classes. A religion of this type is rational, ethical, and spiritual, and its essence is to be found in all human beings. He underlines that we must learn to be loyal to the whole human race, reflecting on the matter how qualities of manness get evolved by art. Dr. Radhakrishnan upholds that the exploits of the art, literature, and thought of the world's varied cultures have a more decisive voice in shaping the minds of men than even the political leaders, in the spirit of scholarship which knows no frontiers. Dr. Radhakrishnan observes that good or great works breed in us humility and tolerance and induce us to get rid of fanaticism and hatred. Great art contains suggestion of a good life for the whole of mankind. He regards reading great literature as an indispensable quality of wise, balanced, and compassionate human being. According to him, spiritual wisdom is derived from a study of classics. They belong to all ages. Classical training is the basis of liberal education. A poet like Kalidasa, a dramatist like Shakespeare, reveal to us the variety of human nature in all its intensity and pathos. Classics makes man adopt a tolerant and understanding view of what a man come across. Dr. Radhakrishnan states that a man trained in classics has the capacity to take stand within the self and withdraw serenely into the inconceivable depths of being. He believes that good and great literature makes man a fuller human being, the man who established himself as high-spirited. In describing the idea of universal salvation or Sarvamukti, Dr. Radhakrishnan has lifted the idea of mukti from its mere religious connotation. Though he makes this concept the cornerstone of his social philosophy, Dr. Radhakrishnan never advocates any kind of narrow fundamentalism. He speaks of both social and economic mukti of man, which the word also seems to suggest. Moksha was originally a philosophical concept which suggested a panacea for all human afflictions and pains. Finally, while speaking on the occasion of M.K. Gandhi, Dr. Radhakrishnan was very much emphatic to the point that true respect to Gandhi lies on working for social and national integration, emancipation of women, absolute social equality, complete abolition of untouchability, caste discrimination, and removal of economic disparities. He holds that science is a means of remolding environment and the purpose of education is life enhancement, a process that transforms life to suit the essential needs of human beings. He thinks that the present world is a raw material of the world to be. Dr. Radhakrishnan agrees to see the state of affairs that all kinds of violence surround the world around the state violence, verbal violence, ethnic violence, caste violence, sex violence and class violence, etc. Insanities have divided man from man. The voices of sanity are being hushed to silence. Dr. Radhakrishnan is however optimistic that the human forces of genuine enlightenment will flourish the world in time to time. So from birth to death, the character is very important to each and everyone. So follow your character in a respective manner. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.